Welcome to our journey through the captivating land of Egypt, where ancient wonders and modern marvels intertwine. From the iconic pyramids to the bustling streets of Cairo, Egypt's rich history and culture continue to intrigue and inspire millions around the globe. Join us as we uncover 60 fascinating facts that illuminate the depths of this timeless civilization. Egypt is home to one of the world's oldest civilizations, with evidence of human settlement dating back to around 7000 BC. The Great Pyramid of Giza is the oldest and largest of the three pyramids in the Giza Pyramid complex and is considered one of the seven wonders of the ancient world. Egypt is often referred to as the gift of the Nile because the Nile River played a Ancient Egyptians were skilled mathematicians and engineers, as evidenced by their construction of the pyramids and other impressive structures. The ancient Egyptian writing system, known as hieroglyphics, is one of the earliest forms of writing and was used for over 3,000 years. Cleopatra VII, the last active ruler of the Ptolemaic Kingdom of Egypt, was known for her intelligence, beauty, and relationships with Julius Caesar and Mark Antony. Egypt has a rich cultural heritage that includes contributions to art, literature, architecture, and religion. The ancient Egyptians worshipped a pantheon of gods and goddesses, with each deity representing different aspects of life and nature. The Valley of the Kings, located on the west bank of the Nile near Luxor, is home to the tombs of many pharaohs and nobles from the New Kingdom period. The Rosetta Stone, discovered in 1799, was instrumental in deciphering ancient Egyptian hieroglyphics and unlocking the secrets of their language. Egypt is famous for its ancient monuments, including the Sphinx, the Karnak Temple complex, and the Temple of Abu Simbel. The Egyptian calendar, which consisted of 12 months of 30 days each and an additional 5 epagomenal days, is one of the earliest known calendars. The ancient Egyptians were skilled embalmers and developed elaborate burial practices to ensure the preservation of the body for the afterlife. Egypt was conquered by various foreign powers throughout its history, including the Persians, Greeks, Romans, Arabs, and Ottomans. Cairo, the capital of Egypt, is the largest city in the Arab world and Africa, with a population exceeding 20 million people. The Suez Canal, which connects the Mediterranean Sea to the Red Sea, is a vital waterway for global trade, shortening the journey between Europe and Asia. Egypt has a diverse ecosystem that includes deserts, mountains, valleys, and the fertile Nile Delta. The Egyptian cuisine features a variety of dishes, including koshari, falafel, ful madams, and traditional sweets like baklava and basbousa. The ancient Egyptians believed in the concept of Ma'at, which represented truth, balance, order, harmony, law, morality, and justice. The Aswan High Dam, built in the 1960s, regulates the flow of the Nile River and provides hydroelectric power to Egypt. Egypt has a rich tradition of music and dance, with styles influenced by both Arabic and African cultures. The Siwa Oasis, located in the western desert of Egypt, is famous for its natural beauty, ancient ruins, and therapeutic hot springs. The ancient Egyptian civilization lasted for over 3,000 years, from around 3100 BC to 332 BC when it was conquered by Alexander the Great. Ancient Egyptians believed in the afterlife and prepared elaborate tombs, burial goods, and funerary texts to assist the deceased in their journey to the next world. The Egyptian language evolved over thousands of years and is classified into several stages, including Old Egyptian, Middle Egyptian, Late Egyptian, and Demotic. The Great Sphinx of Giza is a mythical creature with the body of a lion and the head of a human, believed to represent the pharaoh Khafre. The ancient Egyptians made significant advancements in medicine, including surgical techniques, dentistry, and the use of herbal remedies. The city of Alexandria, founded by Alexander the Great in 331 BC, was once a center of learning and home to the famous Library of Alexandria. Egypt has a rich tradition of craftsmanship, including pottery, jewelry making, weaving, and metalworking. The Egyptian Revolution of 2011 led to the overthrow of President Hosni Mubarak and marked a significant moment in the country's modern history. The White Desert, located in the western desert of Egypt, is known for its unique limestone formations and surreal landscape. Egypt has a vibrant film industry, with Cairo serving as the hub of Egyptian cinema, producing numerous influential films over the years. The ancient Egyptians worshipped cats and considered them sacred animals, often depicting them in art and mythology. The Nile Delta, formed by sediment deposited by the Nile River, is one of the most fertile regions in Egypt and a major agricultural area. The Egyptian flag features three horizontal stripes of red, white, and black, with the golden eagle of Saladin centered in the white stripe. Ancient Egyptian society was hierarchical, with the pharaoh at the top of the social pyramid, followed by priests, nobles, artisans, and peasants. The Egyptian papyrus plant, found along the banks of the Nile River, was used by the ancient Egyptians to make paper, boats, and other goods. The ancient Egyptians played various sports and games, including wrestling, boxing, archery, and board games like Senet and Mihan. The Karnak Temple complex, located near Luxor, is one of the largest religious complexes in the world and was dedicated to the worship of the god Amun. The oases of Egypt, such as the Baharia Oasis and the Fayum Oasis, provided important sources of water, food, and shelter in the desert. Ancient Egyptian art is characterized by its stylized representations of human figures, animals, and gods, often depicted in profile with symbolic poses and gestures. The Egyptian Museum in Cairo houses the world's largest collection of artifacts from the tomb of Tutankhamun, including his famous golden mask. The city of Luxor, known as Thebes in ancient times, was the capital of Egypt during the New Kingdom period and is home to many well-preserved temples and tombs. The Egyptian legal system was based on a complex set of laws and judicial procedures, with courts presided over by judges and officials appointed by the pharaoh. The ancient Egyptians developed sophisticated techniques for mummification, preserving the bodies of the deceased for burial in elaborate tombs. The Great Hypostyle Hall at Karnak Temple contains 134 massive columns, some reaching over 20 meters in height, adorned with intricate hieroglyphic inscriptions. The Nile River flooded annually, depositing rich silt onto the surrounding land and creating fertile soil ideal for agriculture. Ancient Egyptian literature includes religious texts, wisdom literature, poetry, and stories, often written on papyrus scrolls or inscribed on tomb walls. The ancient Egyptians believed in a complex system of gods and goddesses, with each deity associated with specific aspects of nature, life, and the afterlife. The Temple of Hatshepsut, located near Luxor, is one of the most famous monuments in Egypt and is dedicated to the female pharaoh Hatshepsut. The ancient Egyptians were skilled astronomers and developed a calendar based on the movements of the sun, moon, and stars. The Egyptian economy was based primarily on agriculture, with crops such as wheat, barley, flax, and papyrus grown along the banks of the Nile River. The city of Aswan, located in southern Egypt, is famous for its granite quarries, where stone was mined for use in construction and sculpture. The ancient Egyptians practiced polytheism, worshipping a multitude of gods and goddesses who controlled various aspects of nature and human life. The Temple of Horus at Edfu is one of the best-preserved ancient temples in Egypt and is dedicated to the falcon-headed god Horus. Ancient Egyptian society was patriarchal, with men holding primary positions of power and authority in government, religion, and the family. The ancient Egyptians were skilled architects and engineers, building massive structures such as temples, pyramids, and obelisks using stone cutting and construction techniques. The ancient Egyptian civilization declined following a series of invasions, including the conquest of Alexander the Great and subsequent rule by the Ptolemaic and Roman empires. As we conclude our exploration of Egypt's wonders, we hope you've been enchanted by the stories of pharaohs, gods, and the enduring legacy of this remarkable civilization. Stay tuned for more adventures and discoveries from around the world.